as business owners, we often wear many, many hats. We're the CEO and we're the janitor of our new businesses. But I think one of the mistakes that people make is, and I've made it myself, is not moving to build a team of support people earlier in your career. In fact, I would say you should start doing it immediately. I also think that there's a real important team that we're going to talk about first, and then we'll talk about the other teams that you can put around you. But the most important team is the ABC team. A stands for accountant. That's easy. Nobody, I don't even think accountants like to do their own taxes. But the A and the accountant rather is the person who's going to not only keep you out of trouble in terms of making mistakes in your taxes, but they're going to make sure that you get every penny that you deserve to get back when you're paying your taxes. And that accountant must have a real knowledge and expertise in the area of business, small businesses, home-based businesses. So it's important when you're choosing an accountant, not to just choose somebody who's inexpensive, not to just choose somebody that you've met out networking, but to really investigate who that person is and what they know. B stands for banker. And the banker is the one that most surprises people. They don't know that they need to know the banker long before they go in for a loan or a line of credit. I know when I was in the film business, I was always very, very conscious of the fact that we had to expend a lot of money before we got money in on our receivables. So it's important, it was important for us to have a line of credit. When you're in a home-based business, you may not think of that in quite the same way, but the chances are there's going to be some time when an opportunity comes up, when you want to expand your business, maybe you want to take a very important trip, business trip, something of that nature, where it would be helpful if you had some credit. So getting to know that banker, going in and talking to the banker. If you're an author, bring them a copy of a book that you've written. Tell him what you're doing. Tell him where you're going. Really help him to understand how serious you are about your business, so that when the time comes for you to ask for his help or her help, she's there to help you. I know the bankers that I had in Atlanta were really so important to the existence of our business and the development of our business. And even today, my banker in Atlanta, Jeff, helps me in a number of different ways, has really saved my rear end, let me tell you, a couple of times. So the C now stands for counselor. And why am I using the word counselor instead of lawyer or attorney? It is what they call each other. But I think more importantly, it's what I want you to think about when you're thinking about a lawyer. A lawyer should not be used the way most of us use lawyers. And how do most of us use lawyers? When we're in trouble, when we get ourselves into a muddle and we can't figure out how to get out of it, when we get sued, when we're trying to collect money from somebody who owes us money. A counselor can help you set yourself up properly along with your accountant. They can help make sure that everything that you're doing is on the up and up. They can help you with your taxes even. I know I've called my tax attorney and said, hey, I'm doing this, this, and this. What do you think about it? And got his advice and on it in advance of doing it. I don't want to wait until something happens. I want to prepare for things that might happen, but also to make sure that I'm getting the right counsel all the way along, that I'm hiring people correctly, that I'm doing things with property that's going to be to my advantage. So all of those things come from a lawyer. The problem is most lawyers are so expensive, we don't use them that way. There is one service that provides lawyers for you at an affordable rate, below $40 a month is what most of us would need. And that is through a service called Legal Shield. I was so impressed with the service that I decided to make it available to my clients. And there's a link below if you aren't working with somebody who's already, that you know that has Legal Shield as a service to offer you. But if you just want to know more and more interested in some information, just drop me a line and I'll make sure that you know about it. So that's your ABC team. The other team that I want you to think about are VAs. Those are our virtual assistants. You don't need somebody necessarily coming into your office, although you can have them, and that's still a virtual assistant can do that for you. But the most important thing is that you want to think in terms of all the activities that you do in your business that it's costing you to do. In other words, let's say you're worth $300 an hour, which most business owners, when they get going and start making money, if you're making anywhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 a year, you are worth $300 an hour. If you want to make $100,000 a year, you are worth $300 an hour. So what that means is that when you do a task that somebody charging $10, $15, $20 an hour can do, it's costing you money. So go through your day and just jot down the things that you do on a regular basis. Circle the things that only you can do. Only you are capable in your business of doing that. And then begin to plan to take all of those other things off your plate and give them to somebody else. That's your team. And I believe that once you have a team in place, you will soar in your business.